Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sadly this time not from Las Vegas. I come to you from Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands, part of Spain. And this hotel is the Gold by Marina Hotel between Playa del Inglés and Maspalomas. Now, Suzanne and I were due in Vegas this week, the week beginning the 13th of July. But obviously with the border still closed, and the COVID situation in America going from bad to worse, it seems, we had to come up with a plan B, because staying at home wasn't really an option. We've both been working throughout the whole COVID period. Suzanne happened to have this week booked off anyway. So for the first time in about 20 years, I decided to book a package holiday. I really haven't done it for so long. So I went on to loveholidays.com. And I just typed in Canary Islands and the dates, and then I sorted them in terms of TripAdvisor rating. Now this place has a 5-star TripAdvisor rating, but is remarkably cheaper than pretty much any other 5-star rated resort. Now before we go into the reception area, this restaurant here, La Palmera Sur, is a great fish restaurant. Got some meat options as well. Always busy actually in the evenings, but comes highly recommended. So yes, we only paid around about just over £500 each for a week, which obviously includes, as it's a package, includes the airfare as well. So this is the reception area. And you will not find a cleaner hotel in Gran Canaria, that is for sure. Been very impressed with everybody, all the staff here who have been pretty much constantly cleaning. We're going down to the pool area now. I mean, the whole place is absolutely immaculate. Now they have around about 55 rooms, I think, over 9 floors. And they're running on 50% capacity currently. So I would say this week there's been around about 30 to 40 people in the resort total. Now Suzanne and I really wanted a complete break and get away from regular London life, if you like, and this has been absolutely perfect for that. And this is a seating area on the ground floor here. You've got the cleaning staff over there already. And I would go as far as to say, if we don't get back to Vegas this summer, we will definitely come back here for another week later in the summer, for sure. We've really been blown away by it. Now sometimes, you know, when you look at these package holidays, they never quite look like the pictures. This one does. That's the difference. So it's about just after 11 o'clock in the morning now. And this is really how the pool's been throughout the whole week. 5 people max. A great pool. And we've been sitting on this bank of lounges here. And they're really luxurious, look. You'd have to pay extra for that in Vegas. Now our room is on the 8th floor, so if you're looking at the top there, it's 2 down from the very top deck on the corner, so you've got a nice balcony with a decent view, which I'll show you shortly. Now you can book a bed and breakfast option. We've just booked room only. One of the reasons is because the room comes with a kitchenette, so we've been doing our own thing during the mornings. But the breakfast in here is a buffet style. You have to wear a mask when you come in, when you're not eating, when you're walking around, but it's again absolutely immaculate in there, and you can eat outside as well if you like. One thing I have done is eaten on these outside tables for lunch, which is served through the pool bar here. And in terms of what they do, I've had a Cobb salad and pizza. They do burgers and some house specials, fish and chips, etc. Caesar salad, and then obviously a whole load of drink options. So pretty cool bar. The local beer is called Tropical, and it's gone down very nicely, I can tell you. You even have a complimentary hat, look, if you want. There's a secondary pool area up here. And I do like those lounges there with the slats above. And Suzanne refuses to lie in them because she says she'll look like a zebra when she comes out from her sunbathing session, which is probably true actually. But again, really, really nice. Now there's, in terms of the actual COVID situation here, as I said, it's incredibly clean. They're cleaning everything. The number of people here means that, you know, social distancing is almost natural. You don't really ever get to a situation where you're a couple of meters from anybody. But on the island as a whole, people aren't really wearing masks. They had a complete lockdown during the main sort of COVID season, if you like, which included the army on the streets to stop people coming out of their hotel rooms. Sorry, not hotel rooms, I mean their homes. And having spoken to a number of locals, people were literally scared to go outside their front door in case they got stopped by the army. And for us Brits, well, by saying that, you can tell how different it's been from the UK experience, which is, well, I mean, it's not really been enforced to any great degree. But I think I've been told by the locals that this is the island with the least number of COVID cases of the Canaries themselves. So, yeah, I feel pretty safe here, I really do. And all the bars have hand sanitizer readily available, etc, etc. Anyway, so I'm now going to take you up to the 8th floor and we can take a look at our room. So here we are on the 8th floor of the hotel, and this is the view we have heading to our room. And just while we're heading to the room, just a quick comment about the flight out from, well, we actually went from London Luton Airport, which for those that aren't unaware from abroad is very, very much North London. In fact, barely London at all, really. I've never actually flown Luton Airport before. I've flown from Stansted once, I've flown from London City once, and obviously multiple times from Heathrow and Gatwick. But from our house in South London, it was about an hour and a quarter's drive, and I don't think I hit the brake once all the way there. It was really, really great little trip. The parking was about 55 quid for the week and was literally right outside the check-in area. It took 5 minutes to walk there, so it was very good. When you actually got into the airport, everyone had to wear a mask. I did see a couple of people without them. They didn't seem to be being challenged by anybody, but it did, the tannoy kept reading out that you had to wear a mask at all times. There was about 200 people, I would say, in the airport while we were there, and around about 9 flights that were due to take off in the couple of hours where we were waiting. There was a WH Smith's sort of stationery place, newspapers, etc, and a pret-a-manger for lunch. The flight took off perfectly on time. Again, everyone wearing masks, but there was no social distancing whatsoever on the flight in terms of, you know, leaving a space between each passenger or anything like that. So everyone was really rammed on the flight. So if you are concerned about, I mean, it did to me a little bit seem like if you're going to catch COVID, it's going to be on the plane like that. Now, when we got to the Spanish Gran Canaria airport, you basically have to fill in a medical questionnaire. Ideally do it before you leave, because you then get a QR code that you can scan and it gets you through passport control that much quicker. You then join a line. Once you've shown your passport, you join a line where you scan your QR code and you're then temperature checked. So everybody walked past the temperature checker. One lady did actually get pulled aside, and her whole party, and then carted off to a room in the airport, I presume to cool down before a retest. I couldn't help thinking, you know, if she does test positive for COVID, you know, does that then mean, of course, that everybody on the plane would get get contacted, because when you fill in your medical questionnaire, you have to give all your details as to where you're staying, etc., and contact numbers. Anyway, it was a good experience, but if you're worried about COVID, just bear that in mind if you're looking to book a trip soon. Anyway, this is room 801, which is our room. Really nicely appointed little room. They've made the most of the space in here. Now, this is the reason that we didn't bother with breakfast. You've got your own microwave, you've got a hob, all the cutlery and crockery you could need, plus a big fridge. So there's a supermarket literally just around the corner, so we've been stocking up for breakfast and what have you, beers and wine and whatever for the evening. And then in here is the shower. So a very big walk-in shower. You haven't got a great deal of space outside the shower. In fact, I can't help thinking they could have made that half the size and had more space around the shower, but anyway, nice shower. Here is the washing area. And then in the main room, you've got an absolutely massive bed. It's definitely bigger than a king size. I don't know what size it is. It's sort of extra large. Huge. But very comfortable. I've slept fantastically in here. The air conditioning which comes from there, and sometimes us Europeans don't do air conditioning very well, and whenever you come to one of these Spanish resorts, you end up sweating overnight. But I've literally slept like a baby every single night. Really have. Your safe is down the bottom there. Clothes hanger there, and you have seating, decent telly, nice big mirror, and then each room also has a balcony. Now this, I think, is an excellent balcony. We've sat out here on these chairs most nights, and actually this is I was talking about Tropical earlier. This is their local brew. Very nice stuff. I've got a few of these to finish before we head home tomorrow. And because we're on the end of a corridor, we have dual aspect balcony. So the view you just saw before we came in, another sea view there. And it's just a really nice view. And actually, I think earlier I said there was 55 rooms. I don't know where I got that information from, because I just checked with reception and there's 133. But I still maintain I've not seen any more than 20, 30, 40 people in this place throughout the whole week we've been here. I mean, this is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and as you can see, there's hardly anyone by the pool or in the pool. But we have had an absolutely fantastic week here, totally chilled from sort of London life and London COVID life, particularly over the last few weeks. And if we can't get back to Vegas, as I said earlier, we will certainly come here for another week this summer. But I'm hoping, keeping everything crossed, that I will get to Vegas at some point this summer. Anyway, I hope you're all well. We're going to head home tomorrow, and I hope next time I see you on video, it will be from that great city. Until then, take care of yourselves and stay safe.